I welcome you to Messiah Revelation Ministry, and in today's video the message I am focusing on is a scripture that is ignored. A scripture that is ignored. There are two scriptures in the book of Isaiah, and let's look at the first one. The first scripture in the book of Isaiah, Isaiah chapter 17 verse 1, and it's about an oracle against Damascus. It is an old prophecy against Damascus. So let's read what the prophet Isaiah is saying in Isaiah chapter 17 verse 1. The heading, an oracle against Damascus. The burden of Damascus, behold, Damascus is taken away from being a city, and it shall be a ruinous heap. This prophecy is saying that Damascus, the capital city of Syria, will be destroyed. It will be a ruinous heap. Nobody will live there because the city will be destroyed. Damascus is one of the most historic cities in history. It's one of the cities mentioned in the Bible, and the prophet Isaiah has prophesied against the city Damascus that it will be a ruinous heap and nobody will live there. At the time of making this video, Damascus is almost completely destroyed, and anytime there's tension in the Middle East, particularly where Syria and Israel are involved, people speculate that that is going to be the end of Damascus. They're expecting that the prophecy on Damascus, as stated in Isaiah chapter 17 verse 1, will be fulfilled very soon. So they are expecting the doom of Damascus. And this prophecy about destruction of Damascus is very popular among American pastors and among American preachers and among watchmen who are from the United States. But there's another prophecy by the prophet Isaiah which people are not talking about. They don't talk about it at all. They only talk about the prophecy against Damascus as stated in Isaiah chapter 17 verse 1. But there is another prophecy that we can see in the book of Isaiah. Let's look at Isaiah chapter 47 verse 1. And that prophecy is about the fall of Babylon. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground, there's no throne. O daughter of the Chaldees, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. And if you look at Isaiah 47 verse 3, the prophet says, thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man. It's a very serious prophecy on Babylon, the fall of Babylon. And I believe that this Babylon is the United States, is the Babylon spoken of in the book of Revelation chapter 18. And I believe that this prophecy will be fulfilled. So it is a prophecy that people are not talking about, the prophecy of the fall, the prophecy on the fall of Babylon as stated in Isaiah chapter 47. So as much as people are talking about Isaiah chapter 17 verse 1 in regards to Damascus, they are not talking about Isaiah chapter 47 verse 1 in regards to Babylon, which I associate with the United States. I believe that the United States qualifies as the daughter of the Chaldees, and it is the daughter of Babylon, and it is the nation who will lose her throne and take the millstones and grind meal, uncover thy locks, make bare thy legs. And the prophecy on the destruction of Babylon in Isaiah chapter 47 verse 1 is not different from the prophecy about the destruction of Babylon in Revelation chapter 18, because the throne on which the U.S. sits will be destroyed. And so the prophet Isaiah is saying that there's no throne. Sit on the ground. There's going to be a time that the United States will sit on the ground and there will be no throne. The American empire is falling, is going to fall, and it's going to fall very soon. We are in the end times. Revelation chapter 18 verse 5. Her sins have reached heaven, and the Lord of hosts has remembered her iniquities. And for that matter, the United States is going to be destroyed. And the prophecy in Isaiah chapter 47 verse 1 is going to pass. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. This is the prophecy about the fall of Babylon, and I believe that United States is Babylon spoken of in this matter. Thank you for this message.